All out of time, baby. Welcome. It is Friday, the last Friday of February. Finally getting this month over with. We've laughed, we've cried, we've longed, we've shorted, we've lost, we've won. We've done it all. And today, silver is breaking out. It has been breaking out. Almost touched 95. Most importantly, has broken its swing high from the sell-off in February. This is what I was looking for. This is the move gold made. We look to long it at the breakout point. It's been paying. Silver now following suit here. 92 has been the level that I have been saying until it breaks. Silver is a little sketchy. It's broken. Things are looking good. Silver setting itself up for a strong March, in my opinion. Gold inching up as well. You can see that's where we basically look to long this same move, the breakout of that high. The back test. I think that we can pretty confidently slap this on silver right now too. Just throw a little long there. We're at about 92.90. Looking for a back test. Maybe today, but maybe into Monday or next week. The open of March. This is going to be an interesting from a chart perspective day. February is wrapping up. March being the last month in the quarter, the first quarter of 2026. We're going to see some big time frames move towards where they're looking to close the first quarter out. Today, we have some spicy narratives in the news, some spicy data. Finally, we have data. U.S. core PPI and PPI coming in. Core at 0.8%, the forecast 0.3%, and that's coming off of 0.6% from the previous month. Month over month, that is not good. That is bad. That is a very hot reading. PPI is the favored metric of the Fed, and interestingly, in the last Fed minutes from the FOMC, we saw them discuss the potential for rate hikes. Nobody wanted to talk about it. No one wanted to admit it was possible. We were in a cutting frenzy, and we still pretty much are in that cutting euphoria, looking for bigger and bigger cuts every month. With these numbers coming in, I'm trying to pull them up. We're not cutting, and this lines up exactly with what you've heard on this channel over and over and over again. We've been pretty spot on with predicting the Fed. Cuts are paused. We got that officially from them in the last FOMC, but we predicted that would happen. These are bad readings. This is against any narrative you've heard of inflation being under control and inflation going away. I think that's obvious to pretty much everyone out there who's ever bought anything that inflation has really not chilled at all, maybe ever in our lifetimes, but these metrics like to kind of fool us. I've used Trueflation in the past. Maybe I'll even pull it up. I've used it in the past, but it seems like they're on some drugs. Let me pull this up. Why is it so hard to just pull up the image? There we go. On some drugs here. 1.35% year. Oh, you can't see that. Yearly change. I don't know about that. Not so sure. In the past that we've looked at this metric, Trueflation has always been lower than any other metric we found. And it just doesn't feel right. There was a time and a place where this felt right. It felt like, oh yeah, inflation is slowing. But that was many years ago at this point. If you're wondering why Trueflation may vary so differently from metrics like CPI, PPI, etc., it's just the basket of goods they measure and how they weight them. So are any better than others or more reliable? Are any of these metrics, are they the real numbers for inflation? And the answer is really no. They're all guesses. Some probably have an agenda where they want to skew that high or low. Trueflation clearly wants to skew it low, or at least that's the metric they've settled on. They may include things that others don't. I don't know the specifics of what they disclude and include, but I'm sure that's available somewhere on the internet. But it is clear that the Trueflation data is just so, I think, just not in the realm of reality. We're looking at CPI being month over month at 0.8. That's almost the entire yearly inflation reported by Trueflation. Something about that doesn't add up to me. But that is not the only thing coming in. It's not the only market pushing news. We have a lot going on. Now, tensions in Iran heating up, global geopolitics again unwinding, just as we kind of stopped hearing about Ukraine. I haven't heard about Ukraine in a while. My heart goes out to anybody everywhere in a conflict zone. we kind of just stopped hearing about it, and now Iran heating up. The U.S. has issued a warning to citizens, I think, and employees, citizens and employees, something like that, in Israel, right? That they should evacuate. That the tensions heating up over there. Markets not a big fan of war. Uncertainty as to what's going to happen. I mean, it's par for the course, right? The world is the most uncertain it's ever been, possibly. There's also big news as well. There's more. Jack Dorsey, the CEO of Block. Block has slashed their workforce by 40% to embrace AI. Wow. Not gradually, all at once. And this is likely part of a bigger trend that we're going to see continue throughout this year. We're going to see companies cut large amounts of jobs, maybe now in blocks, like Block has done it. Instead of gradually, because they've seen this path opened up. Weird argument for the economy, right? Big companies cutting off people in bulk seems maybe not like a great economic indicator. Now, it is obviously due to AI, and over time we'll see how that plays out for them. Bold move, Cotton. But not the best, really not the best signals here in the market today. Though inflation being up and unemployment potentially looking to rise may counteract each other a little bit. Maybe that's their 800 IQ plan. Netflix declined to match Skydance's bid for Warner Bros. This one is not in the realm of the other ones. The other ones I think are much bigger, but there is some, let's say, concern or certain uncertainty brewing based on a consolidation of media. Media seems to be consolidating, monopolies, etc. This is usually not good for the consumer or for really any kind of outlook. What else we got? Nvidia. Well. The last time we were live, Nvidia had their earnings call just an hour after our live stream. A lot of you asked me, what do I think will happen? What will the earnings be? What will Nvidia do? And I said, looking at the chart, I will predict that the earnings will be bad because I thought this would break down. Now, the earnings were actually really good. Another thing that I commented about earnings, though, is that they don't seem connected to reality. Good earnings don't push the stock up, though they should. Using logic, they should. Bad earnings don't seem to push the stock down. And then again, though they should, it seems almost like a coin flip. It seems maybe disconnected totally from any kind of logic. And here we are, Nvidia blasting past expectations and price doing exactly as we predicted on Wednesday. I did say close at 200. It closed at 198. And then I said on the next opening day, looking for a sell-off. Here we are. Blasted earnings, Nvidia down at 179 from nearly 200. Drive this home for yourself. Markets are disconnected from reality now. I don't know if they've ever been. Maybe they have been. Maybe that's waning. Maybe they just literally never have been. Or maybe they just recently, right, are disconnecting. I'm not sure. But the typical logical, intelligent thought process that can bring us to conclusions based on things going around us doesn't seem to work. Doesn't seem to play. This is actually crazy to me. By all means, Nvidia closed up on that day. They had the awesome earnings, and they reversed exactly how we were saying in that day of trading. I said this chart looks like it looks to break to the downside. And I said I think I'll extrapolate from that and say that maybe the earnings will be bad. I applied too much logic there. You can see that I was being too logical. I should have said it doesn't effing matter what happens. The chart looks like it wants to move down, so it's probably going to move down. Bank it. With inflation worries bubbling, gold and silver rallying is actually logical and hurts my whole argument that I just made, if you noticed. It is logical. You would expect that. Perhaps we're not back at all-time high. It's not really signaling super, I'll say, specific in response to these numbers, except for silver. I really do think that breaking 92 there was meaningful. I think it does suggest now, as we've been saying over the last few weeks, that a break of 92 likely signals a move back towards 122, the previous all-time high. I don't expect that to happen in one candle or one day or one move, but the break of 92 does create a recovery here. We have our high that was bashed down over and over again, now slowly being retaken. Bulls pushing this chart upwards, creating a higher high. We have now begun some kind of uptrend. We have higher highs and higher lows on our lower time frame, of course, and I think that that probably ends up looking something like this, very similar to what we've been saying about gold. Basically, higher high, come back down to that 92-ish zone, find some kind of support, and maybe begin that move upwards. I think we have some resistance around like 104. Let's do it like this. Something like that, maybe. Something like that. Moving up to around that 122 number in a bigger picture, I think that you may even see this kind of big retrace. Now, what that would kind of paint out is a fractal of what we're seeing down here. Our higher lows, our flat top being painted. It's almost identical to what we're seeing on gold. So play this intelligently. I think there will be likely longs available at 92 over the next whatever amount of time this takes. And on the other side, I think there will be short positions available around that 104 mark. Maybe playing down to that 92 zone. Depends on how you want to play it. Up to the trader, obviously. Opportunity there. Over to Bitcoin. Not quite as much opportunity, it seems. Bitcoin letting me down here. I have not looked too in-depth on this morning or even last night, but it does seem as if our fake break to the downside on Monday leading into a rally on Wednesday is back to where it was. Back to where it was. At 65.7 thousand, Bitcoin is really dragging this out. Now, there is a little hopium on the horizon. I'll show you the fractal that we've been following that may suggest this move is okay. Is okay. But obviously, this is hard to sell as a really bullish chart. You had your shot at moving back up, did not make progress, didn't even tap 71. This actually topped out at 70,000 exactly on Wednesday, and has only moved it down since. Let's look at the fractal here. Let's throw this up. So the fractal, the magical fractal that we've been following on Bitcoin, it's not magical. It's just fun to say magical. I need magic in my life. Bitcoin is stealing all of my magic. So the fractal that we have been following largely since November, coming from 2022's bear market decline, gave us a little bit of hope here, and I'll tell you why. To reiterate from Wednesday, the fake break to the downside and then a rally was actually a divergence from this pattern. I said, don't get too excited. These patterns are really just guidelines. They're fun to look at. They can be entertaining. We can maybe trade them when they start to diverge, like on Wednesday, but they're not. I mean, they're as close to astrology as you get in a technical analysis. So this fractal had us breaking to the upside out of this bear flag, as it did in 22, not the downside. And that got me a little excited on Monday when we saw the breakdown and then the rally, as we may be seeing this half or this portion of this fractal reverse or mirror or inverse. And I'll show you what I mean here. Here's the fractal. Here's the bear flag, right? This flag fake broke upwards. We were looking for a potential short at 74 before failing another rally and sending it downwards, right? So importantly, breaks upwards from the bear flag, is a fake break, moves downward. So the interesting thing here was that we got the breakdown. That was the opposite of what we would expect. And when I said there's some hopium left, it is pretty dry. It's pretty thin. It's low alcohol percent, but it's there. What we see is that fake break from the pattern actually had that next lower high before the move. So what we could be looking at here, and this is going to depend completely on basically the price action over the weekend, is if Bitcoin can just hold on to Monday's low here, it may be looking for the exact opposite of the fractal, a higher low, before making that move upwards. Now, I will be the first one to say this is really hopium, but we need some hopium at this point because there's nothing else on this chart that is That looks good. I'll be real. I'm not sure if that was totally clear what I was just saying, so let me grab this to show you. Okay. Bum, 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 bum. There it is. So this portion, this is where we would be right now for following it, this area. So if this is inverted, let's go ahead and what is it? Do I flip it and then mirror it, I believe? Nope. Unflip it. There we go. Unflip it, throw it over here, and look at what we got. So we'll make this very clear. This is 𝐂𝐴𝐵𝐵𝐵𝐵. Here we are. If this portion of the fractal has inverted, which we have seen in fractals in the past, we would look for the break to the downside, followed by a return basically to the flag, and then a higher low, something like this. It's the exact upside down price movement from what we had on the fractal. This can still all resolve to the downside, but this is something to be looking for. This can give us something tradable, even if Bitcoin isn't going to do a big move to the upside or go back to all-time high in March. What this does give us is something, I'll say, that's tradable, basically suggesting a scalping long position with its stop loss placed at Monday's low. This trading concept or theory is invalidated on a lower low. We're looking for this potential mirrored inverse whatever fractal to give us a break to the upside. And if price trades lower than 62.6 right here, lower than Monday's low, that idea is not on the table. We no longer have the higher low scenario. So that is tradable. Will it be a winning trade? You know, your guess is as good as mine. I do believe we have some bounce still left in us. I still believe we're going to see 71, 74. But oftentimes, man, I am looking for upsides that don't come in these bearish scenarios. So look to play this at your best, right? Play this how you see fit, or don't play it at all. It's Friday. Go. Everyone's still looking to the downside for the corn. CME is not doing anything. We're sideways. It's going to be interesting on Monday to open up to CME. See if we get a nice little gap-a-roon. The month is wrapping up, and thank God, dude. Let's get rid of these months. February sucked for Bitcoin. Down 16% right now. 10% the month before. 3% the month before. 17% the month before. 4% the month before. It seems very likely that March will be green. I feel deja vu. I feel like I've said this before. Seems very likely that March will be green. I think a logical move here would be March is green after 4 or 5 months of red. Then April brings more dump, right? April was our dump month last year. It's the first month of the second quarter. We tend to see strong Q1 into a opening for a weak Q2. That's what we've seen, especially on midterm election cycle years, whatever. I hope, I wish. A lot of indicators are out there that suggest that if Bitcoin doesn't get a relief rally soon, that is going to be mirroring bear market bottoms on many different, I'll say, indications, whether that be price or oscillators or other pairs like Bitcoin Gold. There's like a lot out there that would be looking for a bounce of some kind, because without it, you just reach some of the lowest kind of points on, let's say, RSI on different time frames, oscillations on like Stotch, things like that. Damn, gold, you're so beautiful. Now, gold and silver, we'll look at these monthly time frames here in quarters. Let me first check to see if this copyrighted music is destroying the stream. Does not look like it is. Happy Friday, everybody. Happy Friday. I wish you all the best of Fridays. We're gonna jump into gold. Do me a favor here, everyone out there. If you can hear my voice right now, stop what you're doing. Make sure that you have hit the like button on the stream. If you're not subscribed, subscribe. We're live all the time, covering all the markets that we can cover. You know, I'm a Bitcoin kind of guy, but we cover whatever's moving. Gold and silver in the spotlight recently. Obviously, Nvidia in the spotlight, but I don't think there's going to be much to do there. We can take a look deeper on that. We're going to look at some February closes as these markets are finally putting this month behind us. I've said that every month for months now, I feel. If you guys want to, if there's some spice going on, you want me to check out a certain chart, happy to do it. We're just chilling, listening to music here. I'll update you really quick on this trade. I blame YB. YB, you ruined me. Why did you give me financial advice, YB? No, I'm just kidding. A great reason, or another example, why I tell you to never blindly copy my trades. It's a dangerous game. Don't do that. Pippin, this is just some random shitcoin low cap thing we looked at earlier in the week, and this is a learning lesson. Learning lesson right here. So I got liquidated. I lost $300 on this. You guys saw me put this live. Reason I got liquidated, and this is the learning lesson. I just never looked back. I just forgot about it. I didn't even look back at the chart. I saw like the price of Pippin, and I was like, oh, that's up. But I never really went back to it. Totally forgot about it. And then I got a liquidation email. But this was a great trade. This actually was a great trade. So you don't have to feel bad, YB. My problem here is I guess I was aiming too high. I told you guys I was looking for $1. Pippin hit 91.5 cents after the long. And if you look here, this hasn't been moved, hasn't been changed. Look here, that with 10x, I never even got close to liquidating. It essentially longed the bottom of that move. This was a great trade. I just didn't monitor it. Realistically, when it was up this high, I should have been paying attention, and I should have been moving my stop upward. Should have been, but I just wasn't. There we go. I'm a human. Just forgot. But look at how clean this was. This was great. This is what trading's all about, right? Finding a setup, identifying the setup, and taking it. You can see right here, the entry was where the day closed. Yesterday, boom, up to 92%. So that's a 23% gain from the entry. That was on 10x. So this trade was up 230% at one point. It was a good trade. But I did not do all the diligence. I didn't continue following it. Traded as low as 53 cents. It almost fell 50% in a few hours. That's wild. Absolutely wild. So F you, Pippin. I don't know what you are. You're a shitcoin. You're probably a scam anyway. I'll see you if you ever hit $1. How about that? Gold, silver. Jordan was better. What is Jordan, man? What's up, DK? Any swing trade? I like gold. I think silver. Looking for silver at 92. I think you can play silver. Those markets are about to close, and we're about to see March open on their next market day. Meh. I don't know. Seems risky. Is it just a meme? I don't even know what it is. And I don't even know what it is, man. Never said long. I know. I was messing with you, man. I didn't. Did I short Pippin? No, I should have. No. Well, I'm glad I didn't short Pippin. I would have been liquidated sooner. I guess I would have lost the money either way. You can be on the right side of a trade and still lose. Learning lesson. What do you think about what they say? Jeffrey Epstein making Bitcoin Matos born. It's the weirdest bullshit I've ever heard. It's the weirdest thing I've ever heard said about Bitcoin, and there have been some very weird things said about Bitcoin. It's completely not true. What is true is that Jeffrey Epstein donated money in earlier days of Bitcoin to the core dev team. That sounds on paper just with one line. Oh, that sounds bad, right? But how much? What? You have to put it in context of how many things did he donate to? And the answer is his money was everywhere. It was in everyone's pocket. Bitcoin is a decentralized open source project. It doesn't matter who gives it money. It's irrelevant. It doesn't change it, right? It doesn't. You could give the core dev teams $1 billion right now, and it doesn't do anything. It's not relevant. Jeffrey Epstein himself had nothing to do with the creation and the coding, the concept, the ideology, anything, right? The dude was just all over the place. The guy basically invented microtransactions for video games. Think about it. He was all over the place in everything. It is just the weirdest FUD campaign that I've ever seen in crypto about this like Jeffrey Epstein and Satoshi thing. It's very strange. Dr. Dreeve, thanks for covering gold and silver on stream. Absolutely. We're going to jump into a little higher time frame here for gold and silver as soon as I Focus back in. What's up, Captain Crypto? How you doing, man? Happy Friday. happy weekend. Silver is, yeah, it broke 92. Let's go. Donate. Yeah, well, AVVFD, what? You put donate in parentheses, what? Suggesting that it's something other than that. I don't know. What else would it be? I'm like actually confused by it. You're like, yeah, he donated it. What did he, did the core dev team steal it from him? Like, what are you suggesting? Check H bar. Pippin's a scam for sure. What's up, Quicker? What's up, Paul? Who else is here? Dusty Hunt. How you doing? Jordan was better. What is Jordan? Probably another one. What's up, Ahmad? Awesome 88. Crypto Knight. What's up, brother? DK. Live. Q. Dr. Dreve. Doctor Who. Dusty. Johnny Crypto. You're the first one on the stream. I see you. Matza. Matos. Mohan. Nasty Nate. Quicker. Paul. Ruley. Pickle, of course. YB Savage. Quieter day. Where's everybody? Where is everyone? They're looking at gold and silver, I guess. What up, chat? Yeah, people use Bitcoin on the Silk Road for all kinds of weird stuff. Doesn't matter. That's just like you can't have something that is decentralized. And honestly, you can't have something that's decentralized and then what's the words? How do I phrase this? And then be upset with how it's used. That is what a decentralized thing is. Look at torrents, right? You remember back in the day downloading movies, video games off of torrents? Torrents are maybe the closest thing to Bitcoin to a decentralized network, and that's in that way. And you can't blame torrents for people pirating things. You can't say it's torrents' fault. It's the people. It's how you use it. You can't control how something decentralized is used. That's its value proposition. If you did, it wouldn't be decentralized. It wouldn't have value. It's a tricky thing. I know. You have to kind of say, you have to turn a blind eye or acknowledge things that you don't want to acknowledge when it comes to this. I understand that can be hard. What's up, Ruli? Yo, gang. Bitcoin's bottom 28.7 thousand. Could be. I'd be a buyer there. I'd buy some. Is Bitcoin breaking down the 5 minute? Probably. Bitcoin cannot stop breaking down, man. It's just always breaking down. That's what it seems like lately. Back in my day, Bitcoin was always going up. Now it seems it's always going down. That being said, it's at 65,000. I remember when they were 3,000. Back in my day. Bitcoin chart. Yes, block. Bitcoin chart. Bitcoin chart. Bad. Bitcoin chart make me sad. That does not look good. Just need a higher low this weekend. Just don't trade below 62.8. If you trade below 62.8, I guess just send it down to the 50s. Give me a higher low. Give me some upside push. You'd say the top for stocks is in, an idea that I floated for a while here, at least for the S&P. I don't know. Maybe I'll apply it to all of them. The S&P. I have not thought that this is very healthy price action up here at all-time high. It's interesting. Also looking for a move downward on the rut. Looked for a short this week. And I mean, yeah, it's like printing for the rut, I suppose. That trades up like, I don't know, 2%, something like that. NASDAQ, the top will, or not NASDAQ, was that DJI, probably the top was marked by Pam Bondi yelling about 50K. That was a no-brainer. You can't take a screenshot of your portfolio. You can't yell about 50K because when you do, you called the top, you summoned it. I don't make the rules. Bitcoin is not moving much. I'm gonna do the gold top down. Bottom is in. I like that. Bitcoin's about to take another poo. It's got, dude. It has IBS. It's got some pooing to do. I agree. What's up, Italy? Piro, Italy. Good evening. What's up, Flajudabus? Gonna stick around here for the weekend, probably. I agree. F Bitcoin. I feel that, dude. I've devoted my life to Bitcoin, and it's been a little abusive over the last few years. Afternoon, Judge Bibbles. How are you? Are you a real judge? Let me know. How's everyone? What's up, Digital Asset? Good to see you. Not so much about the decentralization. It's more about it being permissionless. JB Hulk. Good. I like the combo. I like the words here. I would argue that decentralized is permissionless. Like, how do you have permission? How can you have a permissioned decentralized network? Maybe I'm missing something. I think they're hand in hand. I think they're almost like two words describing something. I guess something could be permissionless but not decentralized, but I don't think something can be decentralized and not permissionless. Does that make sense? Because you don't need decentralization to be permissionless. I don't know how you would do that. I don't know how you would create something that's permissionless without decentralization. But I guess like I can, in my brain, agree that it is possible, right? I don't know how, but it's probably possible. Blaming a tool is silly. Exactly, Pickle. Exactly. What's up, Manuel Pedro Zav? I don't know what you said. Ichele Paro. Chorizo is BS. Do I say what? What did the 3-day do, Johnny? I forget. The 3-day. I remember bringing up the 3-day, talking about the 3-day and saying to be aware of like moving average. Be aware that the 3-day moving averages, 203 days, just 600 day. I don't know. I don't remember what it was. Nasty Nate. 420. Very soon for me. What's up, Brother Nature Joe? Joe, what's that name? Oh yeah, I have 10 memberships to give away today. I have to give them away or they expire. I get like free a month. I'm just going to rip off. You know what? No, wait. 3-day Death Cross. But, I mean, what would I have said as BS? A 3-day Death Cross is a 600 and 300 daily cross. Certainly would not have said that it wasn't going to happen. I think it was like imminent, right? Here it is. Right, what did I say? Because then this happened last time, kind of right around here in the bear market. I don't remember what I said about it. I say a lot of things. There it is. Rest in pieces. Click at H bar. Maybe. We'll see, man. We'll see. We've still got other stuff to go through. Whoa, Verhoofdy. Judge, I guess, is from Verhoofdy. Or from Jordan Cameron's audience. Welcome, brother. Welcome, anybody from any audience. What happened to Jordan Cameron? Verhoofdy says bro has lost it. Did something happen to him? Is he okay? Just a nickname? I got you, bro. Clarity Act setback. Dude, F the Clarity Act anyway. What's in the VIP access, Doctor Who? You get what you pay for, baby. Not a lot. Do I trade live here? I do. I got liquidated live, actually, from the last stream. I have to log in again. If I have to log in, I'm not going to pull it up right now. But if it is logged in, then I will show you my lickens. There it is. There it is. Liquidated. From the last stream. It was a good trade. It really was. Really, really was. Sometimes the best trades don't work out. We can look for more trades today. It is Friday. Basically, yes, we do live trades here, and I show you the results. I don't ever lie to you about them. I don't ever, BS them. I don't show you trades later typically and be like, look at how great they are. I just show you how they really turn out. But I don't take them as like every day I go live, I'm like focused on just that. When I see a good setup, I take it, and that's about it. You just turned to sub with the IBS check. IBS gang. Let's go. You know what, though? If you have IBS, I'm getting off topic. If you have IBS, highly recommend, because I've had some bad over the years. Highly recommend. Like, this fixed it for me. I'm not claiming it's gonna guaranteed fix it for you. I've started eating chia seeds every day. Every day. Chia seeds are delicious. I don't know why people avoid them. They're like super high fiber, super high vitamin kind of count. They have good fats in them. You can put them on anything, dude, and they honestly kind of go with almost any flavor. I'm yet to find something that they're bad on. What they do though is add a different texture. It's a crunchy texture, which I like. But you can put that on yogurt. You can put it, like I put it on everything, dude. And my IBS stuff has been, honestly, I don't even think I have IBS anymore just from doing that. No other changes in diet, nothing. Just like making sure I get enough fiber every day. What's up, 𝐂𝐴 gold is good for a short? Maybe. Oh, I said it didn't matter? Yeah. Well, I mean, here we go, Johnny. In general, I'm skeptical of crosses. You know this. Didn't matter. I guess I'll have to go back and watch what I said. But what happened? You know, like nothing's happened. I don't know. I'm not sure what I said, so I'm not gonna try to even address it really. There it is. It is valid. It is there. It is there. I mean, let me see. Where's the 2-day death cross? Was here. 4-day death cross. Did we get the 4-day? 4-day death cross hasn't happened yet. That will happen probably eventually. Maybe what I was saying, and I have no idea, was like that you can always find time frames where there are death crosses. You can just continue to look, right? The 6th day, here we go. The 6th-day death cross actually marked the bottom in the last bear market. We're still far away from that, but hey, maybe it'll happen. Maybe we'll find it. Maybe it'll mark the bottom again. I don't know. Where was I? Yo, what happened to George Cameron, dude? I'm so curious. Please, I don't want anyone to like talk shit or anything. I've always liked the dude. When I hear about other creators in this space, especially because from what I know, he's one of the more legit people. Or he is legit. I don't want to speak for him, but I don't think he shills stuff for money. I don't know. So definitely, yeah, I'm definitely worried, concerned. We'll do gold. Sweet me. Any trades on BTC right now? Andre Bowser. I still have a short from 93.3 that is just sitting there. I'm like, let me see. It's actually on Femex. The Pippin long was on BYDFi, one of our partners, exchange partners. Links in the video description below. Sign up there. Then the Bitcoin short was on Femex, our other exchange partner. And I'm not logged in. I don't feel like logging in right now. It's the same old trade. Just from 93.3. It was the yearly open. We all saw me do it live. It just hasn't really changed. Nothing has changed there. The only positions I'm potentially looking for right now on Bitcoin would be like a short, maybe from 71 to 74, potentially 81. And if it does come, which I don't know how I feel about that at this moment. 98, I would definitely look to take a short. Long wise, I think that there is a potential long, probably a scalp though, from the 200-week moving average. That's at like 58. It's right below price. After that, I'd probably be a little hands off on the long side. Yeah, we're into gold. Let me catch up with the chat. What do they say? Why anyone cares about the Clarity Act is beyond me. Same, Jonathan. I would prefer it not to be passed because then we're not going to be getting yield on our stables. But I don't know why. I don't know why people think it's going to be like super bullish or something for crypto. I don't get it. Record breaking. ETH going for 7 months of red. Dude, it's a bloodbath. Short to 64K. That'll probably work. Keep hearing that when the Clarity Act passes, that trillions will pour into the market. Bro, we've heard that about everything. We heard that about ETFs. We heard that about Trump's presidency. We heard that about like just literally every time something in crypto is happening. It's like trillions will pour in. Yeah, I don't know about that. Yeah, I don't know about that. Bitcoin's starting to go to zero, some people say. When do I live stream? Block, we're always live Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Around noon 1. Every week for 7 years. We will go live at virtually any time when things are very exciting. So like no matter what day of the week it is or what time it is, we've been live at 4 in the morning before. If assets are making spicy moves, man, we do emergency streams. So we also have an amazing, the best free trading course on YouTube on this channel. Nothing's for sale on them. They're just free videos. Check them out. Mostly trades, swings, or scalps. I mostly swing. I should get into scalping though. Scalping has been a lot more successful. Swing trading in crypto in the past was undoubtedly the way to do it. Doesn't seem to work anymore, or at least hasn't worked well this cycle due to like 6-month periods of sideways. We didn't used to see that. Crypto used to be very explosive, or in previous cycles, in one direction. You would swing, you'd swing a move up in the bull market and swing move down in the bear market. Like that was kind of all you needed. Now you open it long and it's open for 6 months and then it gets liquidated. Like, I think scalping is probably the better way to go at this point. You should get a membership because you were first today. Yeah, brother. It doesn't let you, I don't know why, but it doesn't let you send them out to people individually. You literally can only randomly gift them. Speaking of that, I'll give you guys a minute here. Put something in the chat. I'm going to gift out 5 of them. We got to give all 10 of them out today or else they expire. Then I'll have 10 more next month. YouTube just gives them due. So YouTube says it prioritizes people in the stream who are engaging. So put a message in the chat, vote in the poll, subscribe, like, hit the share button. I'll give you guys like a minute. You go ahead and spam if you want. Spam whatever you want. And I'll shoot him out here. I want to see what happened to Jordan. What are people saying? Nothing happened to him. But then why are people saying he's tripping? You like the upside down theory, Ronnie? It's the only hopium we got. You're new. Should you buy right now, Glow? Oh, my friend. Oh, my friend. The first thing you need to do as a new trader is to stop asking other people when you should buy or sell, because you're guaranteed you're going to do the wrong thing. Okay, Verhoopty said that Jordan stopped live streaming. I'll tell you guys why. I haven't talked to him or anything. Now puts out a video a couple times a week saying the same thing. Bitcoin is going lower. Well, we all got crushed, man. This is what happened. I'll speak for Jordan Cameron. He's welcome to disagree. I'll speak for him. We all got crushed. Everybody in the content space of crypto got crushed over the last 5 years. Absolutely crushed. We've been doing it 7 years here. And it was very predictable in the sense of there were times of explosive, expansive growth and then, bear market, slow times. We got none of the explosive goodness in this entire cycle. And we got all the bad, all the slow, all the revenues down, all the views down, all the everything. Streaming specifically hit harder, way, way, way harder when it comes to that. Streaming numbers are in the gutter. New viewership is just wrecked. There is very little growth, period. Our channel is really kept alive by the free trading series at this point. When I say kept alive, I mean we continue to grow size-wise, audience-wise. But there was a point, I want to say like in October or whatever of last year. It was very recently where I actually said to myself out loud, like I went to go live and I was like, why am I even going live? What's the point of going live? Like there's probably no point. Because there had been weeks and weeks and weeks in a row of streams where basically I'd go live for 2 or 3 hours and we would gain like 10 subscribers and virtually no new people would see the stream. You're going to see more live streamers do the same. YouTube's discovery and reach for videos is a lot more favorable outside of small windows of like extreme hype and euphoria for markets. So that's why it's doing it. It just wasn't, it's just probably not worth its time. I'm not going to lie. It sounds bad, but it's like, it's frustrating. It feels bad. It's frustrating. That's certainly why. I still haven't done gold yet. This fill did not fill yet. Silver's so close. So close. All right, I'm going to gift out these 5 memberships. We'll do another 5. Don't let me forget. I told people they get spam. I'm the cure for IBS. Thank you, CBS. That's too nice. Silver, please. All right, we'll do silver first. Silver is more exciting anyway. What we got here? 92.20. Potential long. 122. Done. We'll do silver. Up 30% this quarter. Or should I say this year? Silver's up 30% this year. After falling 48%. It's still up 30% this year. That's crazy. Wick low on the month. Looking to close. Talked about this on Wednesday. Silver inching up here. Like last week, silver was looking to close a red month. Now inching up to its monthly high, or actually just set its monthly high here. Silver looking to close as a bullish hammer. Long bottom wick, big green body, no top wick. Very, very bullish candlestick to see on this long string of green. Very, very bullish close here. The higher it closes in the 90s, the better. Silver has only 3 hours of trading left in the traditional trading week. There's not a lot to do in the month. The month you basically just look at the candles and go, whoa, those are some beast candles. As you all know, silver had quite a fall, a little tumble. We were live. That was a wild stream. Appreciate you guys tuning in. About 50% in a week. Putting crypto to shame, acting more like crypto than crypto. $92 was the recovery from the low of this move. It sold off. It struggled to find bids around that number. And we talked about until today that silver was looking meaningfully more bearish than gold until it could break 92. Silver gave us the signal today, traded up to 93. That's a great recovery. We now have a higher high and a higher low off of our structural low, whatever, February's low. This is solid. Now we are going to likely see some resistance up in the 104 area. I've been talking about that for a wee. Where did this go? Talking about that for a wee. And that being said, I think what this gives us is a potential scalp short on silver at 104. This comes from the weekly time frame. This is in line with what I'm looking for on the long side as well. Silver has broken 92. I'll say it's not the same exact setup as gold. But on gold, we did this exact same play and it's worked out so far, which is looking for silver to break its high and then looking for a long scalping position, potentially more, at the breakout. So that can look like this. Silver is actually maybe going to test 92.20 today. You zoom in and you'll find that while I've been talking over the last 30 minutes, silver has ripped back or looked to come back to that level. Even on the hourly time frame, you have a beautiful order block 3 candle bullish setup here. Really highlighting and showing us that this resistance was real. Right? We got to break up and now price coming back down. So I don't like to see this in one day. I don't typically like to see the breakout, the back test, and a move. I don't trust that as much. There could be a scalping position there from 92.20 even intraday today, but I wouldn't take that trade personally. What I would like to see, or I think what I would feel confident, on moves or looking for on silver would be whichever comes first, and I don't know. Who knows? Could be either. A short from 104. If we have not kind of messed around and tagged 92 by that point, we'll reconsider. But if we move up quickly into March, a backtest of 92.20, likely going to be a prime spot to look for that move back to all-time high, back to 120. Oh no, keep that there. If we see the 92.20 tagged first in March, I think that is a great move to 104, and you can look, or I can look, to reverse the position. I think this is really how it's going to play out. I think we're going to see something like this. We're going to see silver float back up, find sellers at the previous all-time high, shake them out, and you could even see, if this is quick, like into March, we open March and we see metals run, you could even see a full retracement from 120 back to 92. So if that's untagged, almost no matter where price goes under the all-time high, I think it's a solid entry. And that still could serve as a higher low. And you would zoom out and you would see that silver would be painting a higher low, flat top, breakout pattern. This is what I think is the most likely outcome. I don't know how March will go. With inflation numbers hot today, very hot, markets should be, they should be scared. They should be heeding that warning. We'll see. Markets are ridiculous lately. But silver looks amazing now. It wasn't true until earlier today. Literally earlier today. Silver retook this level. It changed up its chart. You can see on the low time frames here, it was incredibly weak from the sell-off. Did not look like it wanted to reverse. Gold might be dragging it up, though. Said silver, nah, dog. You're coming with me. No man left behind, said gold. There we go. I said 104, but now this is Zag. On gold chart, it's 104. On Zag, it's 103. I don't know which is better. I don't know which we should use, to be honest. Bullish divergence here on your RSI for your week. Silver has a lot. I mean, silver, all the high time frames look very good. This should be paid attention to. It should not be dismissed. That's a 50% sell-off after an explosive move up. In crypto, we played this game. A lot of the time, moves like this to all-time highs in price discovery, when they pull back, a lot of time that marks the top. I think stocks do look toppy. I don't really know if that means silver or metals will top with it, but a lot of markets do look toppy. Bitcoin looks like it already flagged the top months ago. Just pay attention. You're still 2x off the previous all-time high. Don't over risk up here. That's the name of the game. You just cannot over risk up here, or you're likely going to get yourself in a bad position. Even if you think it's going to go higher, which I think is very reasonable, might only be a 2x. Might only see in the 200s. That would be still an incredible move for silver. All right, look at gold. I don't know who won the memberships, but cheers to you. Appreciate your live streams. Appreciate you, P. Johnson. Hey, man, Than. Wait, what happened? Something happened to the stream. Where's my shit frozen? You're liking, you're following, you're spamming. 10-10 nail in the coffin. Channel grew because I'm good EDM DJ. Thank you, bro. There we go. Check out XRP. Sure, I can already tell you $1. More membership, yeah, I'll give away the other 5. These ain't traded services like Bitfunded or others. You mean prop firms? Not really. I think honestly prop firms they're not a blatant scam. But they are misrepresenting themselves for the most part. They're selling a dream. Their business models don't work. The concept of it doesn't work unless your money is coming from just obviously people failing memberships and not paying out. If you mean something else like exchanges, then yes, but not them. They're not scammers in the way, but they're not rugging you. That's not what I'm saying. Though some have and will. They just aren't really upfront. They lie about your trades being live. They profit from you losing the accounts in the trials and then losing trade. It's weird. It's weird. Stream's fine. CME gap soon on Monday, yeah. What do I think about Sonar at JP Morgan exit their master's position? Well, the markets are irrational because it broke higher on JP Morgan exiting a position. Totally irrational. Monthly on gold looking to close 21% up. Wait, that's quarterly. My bad. Looking to close 7% up after ripping down earlier in the month. This will be not really a super eventful close, honestly, on the month. Looking for that bullish hammer, just like silver, long bottom wick, thick green body with no top wick. That is a bullish close on the month. I don't actually see like any examples of this in the recent past, so that's kind of odd, I guess, right here. Weird. Kind of concerning in that sense. But all the big time frames just look ridiculous though. Like look at this RSI on gold. Gold's RSI is at the highest point it's ever been in since like 1986. I don't count any of this back here. That's janky data. But like 1986, gold's RSI was higher on the month. This is beautiful. It just keeps climbing. Like this is not bearish. Certainly is a signal of, you know, locking some profits. But when you look at high time frames, gold and silver just look beautiful, man. Like their momentum is just soaring. Their money flows just continue to increase. There's no signs of weakness, in my opinion, on high time frames yet. They often aren't going to be the earliest signals of weakness, though. The weak solid climb, VWAPs just keep ripping up. RSI playing up here in la la land, man, just crazy bullish. Gold recovered well from its sell-off. This move reminding me a lot of, let's say, Bitcoin in 2017 at like 10,000. We saw an insane move up, insane move down, and then what happened? Price went on to double over the course of the next like 2 months. I'm not calling for gold to hit 10K in the next 2 months, but it's not impossible. Definitely not impossible. We'll wait until we can break all-time high first, then we'll go down that road. Everything looks strong. Jesus. Down to the day, gold with a beautiful back test. This is the same play I'm looking for on silver now. Gold a lot cleaner of a chart, a lot more, I'll say, this was easy to predict. Higher lows, flat top, breakout, and then immediate back test of the breakout at about 5,100. Now we have a higher high here on Friday. This is looking like a higher low. Send it to 5,400 in March, like early March. I think that's a pretty reasonable play. God, everything looks good. Son of a bitch. Bonds are the only thing good these days. We're getting into bonds. We becoming bond boys. What's up, Kim Shope with the check mark? Cheers, fellow check marker. Such a huge learning curve for prop firms. Even the pros really struggle to pass the challenges. Well, touche, Kim. What I was like, that's what I was literally saying. Is they're a struggle because that's their business, that's their profit. That's the whole point of them. They only exist to capitalize on that. They may not make any live trades at all. They are incentivized to shut you down, to invalidate you or disqualify you or whatever, kick you out. If you make profitable trades, they gotta pay you out. That's why I say they're largely a scam. They're not rug pulling meme coins or something, but like they're dishonest in many ways. Nobody should ever do any prop firm stuff without understanding that as a business model and understanding how it operates. I would say a lot of people are like, oh bro, it's a $50,000 account, it's not even your money and you keep it when you win. And it's like, no, it's a lot of smoke and mirrors and a lot of kind of BS. Yeah. Are there a casino? They'll back off. Yeah, there you go. Like and if you win too much, you become a center of loss for them and they have every incentive to get rid of you. It's not like you're winning and they're like, yeah, we're all winning, which is that's how they portray it. It's like, if you win, then you know we share the money and like, you know, then we're all winning and that's what we want. And it's the opposite. I need that summertime sadness. Instead of using exchanges, what would you recommend as a safe platform? I would recommend exchanges. Just don't keep your assets there for like cold storage. You got 7 of them and they're paying out. Cool. I'm glad to hear that, Simple Drag. Paul asks what will dump with war imminent. I mean, isn't that fitting? Isn't it? It's not even just bias, Kim. That's their whole business model is you failing the challenge, and then when you win, you losing. That's their whole business model. It's just like a casino. I think that's spot on. I haven't even looked at XRP in a while. I'll look at it for you, Johnny. Superb channel. You are a superb dude, Dr. D. By the way, I'm just going to gift out these other 5 membies. I'm going to gift out the other 5 memberships while I pull up the XRP chart. You all deserve them. I wish it did let you give them out. It's weird it doesn't. XRP, man, yeah. And by some miracle, if XRP closes above $1.60, be all right. Yeesh. I think it does. I mean, I wouldn't touch XRP to the upside until $1. It did come close, $1.12. Let's not even say $1. Let's say 94 cents. I really like 94 cents. I might even, hell, maybe I'll rebuy some of my XRP at 94 cents. Sold basically all of it at $2. Finally up on that trade. Appreciate you, Kim. What do you do, Kim? You have a check mark, Kim Shope. Are you one of the people that got a check mark from having a Google Plus account like many, many years ago? That's crazy. I had to fight for my check mark. No, I'm just playing. I mean, I did, but I did. That's not a joke. But yeah, fun fact. Some people have check marks because when Google Plus, whatever that was, came out, you could get a check mark from it. I mean, XRP, it looks like it wants to be at $1.60 at some point, $1.82 at some point. But it also, to me, it looks like it wants 94 cents. Bearish order block closed last week. See continuation this week. Ooh, here's some hopium. This is kind of cool. Yeah, this is kind of cool. A little bit of hopium. XRP, I didn't even see this. February 2nd, tagged its 200-week moving average and bounced. It's actually kind of cool. I like that. Where's the bigger chart? Like never really happened before. Don't have any history to go off of. Largely XRP seems bullish in its history above 200 week and bearish below or sideways below. $1.22. Yeah. You could scalp like 121, maybe. Other than that, 94, 95 cents. 75, 50. Kind of boring numbers. Coin bounced more. Not quite to the $200 target, but closed. No, 186. Little pullback. I still think that has more to go. Just give him away. I gave him away. Cool. Silver passing all-time high next week. That's a ballsy callsy. Certainly, silver looking a lot better today. Silver looking way better today. Breaking 92.20, huge. Like sets this up to continue. Before that, I was very hands off for silver. It's very hands-off for silver before that. Now it's looking solid. I think there's a long at 92.20. Could happen today. Could happen March. 104. Looking like a decent scalp. I was saying earlier, I think this is a really solid play for silver. It's like 104 short. Reverse at 92. I like that. When all season, Jesus Christ. I don't know, man. Why Polkadot so bullet? Wait, 2 people just came in and asked about Polkadot. That seems weird. Why Polkadot so bullish? I have a feeling you've been smoking too much crack. Gotta put that crack pipe down, my friend. Put that crack pipe down. You've been smoking too much. You gotta take a break. What do you mean? What do you mean bullish? It's $1.60, bro. It's $1.60. There's only been 28 days ever that has been lower than that in its history. You're smoking crack. You gotta put it down. Yeah, like, oh my goodness. Don't do that. $1.44. Like at like the minimumist, it's like maybe $1.44. But dude, I don't know why. This chart is a giant knife. And if you've been in it a long time, I understand, right? I get it. I got my knives, I got my bags too. But like, if you aren't trapped in this, I don't know why you'd be interested in it. You swept liquidity at your all-time low, and now you're seeing some kind of bounce. Like, there's no sellers. I talked about that actually earlier this week about DOT and other charts. It's like, you just don't have sellers. No more sellers. All the sellers are capitulated, and now you're just seeing very low volumes push price up, trying to grab more new liquidity. Break $1.75, and like maybe you're going somewhere. But at this point, I don't know. You're just hanging out at this trend, looking for lower. Soul. Dot makes me sad. Yeah. Alter did. What are my go-to trade signals and timeframes? It's a good question. I don't have a flat answer for you. I have a great playlist that goes over a lot of different concepts. Trading, I believe, has to be dynamic. I think it's a trap that people get, kind of this idea in their head that when you're a really good trader, or like as you trade, you just find like, a formula. They think like something that can be automated, something that can be explained quantitatively. And trading just isn't that way. Trading is like a very dynamic force. It's something that is like what is applicable today and what you might say the 6 EMA and the 17 EMA on the 3-minute time frame. When they cross up, you're long, and when they cross down, you're short, and like you profit. Like that could, like, I'm making this up, but like something like that could work today, and then, or could have worked the last year, even every day, and then will never work again, or at least it won't work again for another year. Like trading has to be dynamic, often based on the market trend. Is the market trending or is it chopping, right? And is that trend upwards or is it downwards? Like the only thing I can say that is 100% consistent in trading is that one thing will never be consistent for like indefinitely. Anytime that there's some kind of algorithm or formula that isn't dynamic, when it works, it's only working. It's only working right now. Like it's only working until it doesn't. But I like lots of things. It does depend on what the market's doing. Another good example of that is like markets in price discovery versus markets below all-time highs, etc. Like those kind of concepts. It changes it all up, makes it all different. Gold is probably going to break out again today, isn't it? Barely has any time though. 3 hours to go in the trading day, but look at these dailies, bro. Gold, I wish this is like what got me into Bitcoin. Look at that. Beautiful break of resistance. Beautiful, perfect backtest. Cementing support. Is that enough? No, it's not enough. But now you have a higher high. Like, now it's enough. I'm jealous. I'm jealous. You guys should sign up with Femex if you're trading crypto. They also have metals. They also probably have some stocks in there. They are our exchange partners, our sponsors. They help keep this channel going during the boring times. The biggest value with any of the affiliate links in the video description below, on top of supporting the channel, if you ever have trouble with any of these exchanges, any of these tools, these products, and when I mean trouble, the stuff that you don't like to hear about, I don't know, funds being frozen, your account, whatever happening, come to me and I will help you take care of it. No one else in the world offers you that kind of, honestly, value when working with an exchange. It's a huge value. We all know that exchanges are notoriously terrible at customer service and dealing with problems, and I will help you if you use my links. You'll also get into the VIP sections in our Discord. What's in there? Well, you have to find out. Doesn't cost you anything to join. Sign up with any of the links. That's it. Make sure that you've hit the subscribe button. You have liked the stream. Make sure you're tuning in on Monday. We're going to have more streams maybe this weekend if things get crazy. February is upon us, or is leaving. March is upon us. It's time to spring ahead. That's right. Make some changes in your life. Make big changes. I've been going to the gym every morning at 8 a.m. I don't even remember the last time I woke up before 8 a.m. before I started doing this. Been a long time. Make big changes. Get big results. I will see